I've been thinking a fair bit about bottlenecks recently, and we've been talking about it at work in the all hands sessions as a team. The bottleneck, if you don't fix that, it doesn't matter how efficient everything else is. It literally doesn't matter. You'll waste all of your time and all of your resources making everything super duper efficient, and then look around and think, oh, why isn't, the important thing happening still? And it's because there's that bottleneck which you didn't fix, and everything's just piling up behind it. So bottlenecks are bad. Bottlenecks are bad. And it's in this book, Inside the Box, which is all about how constraints are good, which is a little bit contradictory. But there is that conversation between Dave and Cal about bottlenecks was based on a particular chapter where he goes over this concept of bottlenecks. And so I haven't actually got to that chapter yet, but the conversation itself was fantastic. Basically, there are times when a constraint is bad, I suppose, is what how the chapter is going to tie into the rest of the book. But it's when it's at a crucial step in the process. So if it's one thing, there's almost by definition, there's one thing that's holding things back the most. Well, always the most, but therefore there's one thing that's holding everything back, because there is one step in the process that is always going to be slower, or is always going to be the slowest, right? Or the most blocked, or the most difficult, or the most stressful, or whatever. There's always some part of the process that is the most, whatever you pick. And so in a system, when you're trying to, if you're stuck, if your team's stuck, your business is stuck, maybe apply this lens to look for the thing which is the most, the most slow, holding things up the most. Try and look for the bottleneck and work on that. And the thing with automation and, making things efficient, lifting the constraints on things like, workplace communication, instant messaging and stuff, is that does not deal with the bottlenecks. That deals with things that are actually not that important. It increases the speed of that which is unimportant, which only makes things worse, less efficient, not more. So, yeah, think about, again, another book, The One Thing. Find the one thing slowing things down the most, and work on that. Remove the bottleneck, and you may not need to improve anything else.